Before we get started, please note that this is a paid partnership with Renault Group. Enjoy!
Hello Electroheads, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ailish and I am an electric vehicle reviewer and enthusiast. And today I have a very sneak peek at Renault's family-focused, carbon-conscious, tech-packed demo car. This is the Renault Emblème. This is a very important car for Renault because it's a strong indicator of how they're going to be moving forward in the coming years. So they've got a goal to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2040 here in Europe and 2050 worldwide. That is a huge challenge that the company are undertaking. And to do that, they've had to redesign from the ground up.
The result? By 2035, the Renault Emblème will have reduced its carbon footprint by 90%, 5 tonnes of CO2 from cradle to grave, versus, for example, the ICE Renault Capture 2018, creating 50 tonnes. That is unbelievable. Now, I say 2035 because both Renault and their suppliers involved have their own roadmaps to achieve these numbers.
The Renault Emblème embodies Renault's future styling language. I mean, doesn't it look gorgeous? This is a pretty big vehicle, I have to say. It is in the C segment. I would argue maybe potentially it could be verging on D because it is quite large, but no, it is technically C segment. And there is a lot of space in the interior, which I'll talk about shortly. But let's talk more about the colour of this paint. Isn't it gorgeous? This is Eclipse Green. And Renault have even gone to lengths to try and explore how they can reduce the carbon footprint of how the paint is made, because as we know, making paint can be particularly carbon intensive. So coming around to the side of the vehicle, let's just look at its silhouette. I mean, you've got this sloping roof line here, and actually it's all one piece, Renault have told me, so that they're able to actually install a solar panel on the top there, which means that you're able to, depending on the weather, give it a little bit of extra juice there. At the back here, we've got this large rear spoiler, and let's look at this glowing typography here. Renault just humming in that gorgeous red glow. I mean, school pickups have never looked so good. This whole car has been carefully engineered with energy efficiency in mind. Even the 22-inch wheels have been purpose-made to be lighter.
In the centre of the bonnet are 2 fins that channel the airflow, whilst at the base of the bumper, active grills open and close as needed. The windscreen wipers are hidden under the bonnet, plus touch-sensitive door handles for an optimised aerodynamic drag.
Now, looking at the car, you can see that there is a key component that's missing. Where are the side mirrors? Well, if you direct your eye line down to here, you can see we have these rear view cameras integrated into the wheel arches. They have been put here because this is where there's the least amount of disturbance of airflow to keep it as aerodynamic as possible. The Renault Emblème will feature a dual energy electric powertrain.
A 40 kilowatt-hour battery for everyday use, plus a hydrogen fuel cell situated underneath the bonnet for those longer journeys.
Combined, you're able to get up to 1,000 kilometres or 621 miles. Now that is if you are including 2 stops, but that's not just with the battery. You are refilling the hydrogen tank, which of course, just like a petrol or diesel car, it only takes about 5 minutes to refill. So you are able to travel great distances with barely any cost of your time.
But as we all know, at least in the UK, hydrogen refuelling stations are currently far and few. According to the RAC, there are currently 6 publicly available hydrogen filling stations and around 27 in France, so the infrastructure will really need to be developed. But we must remember that the Renault Emblème is built with the vision of where the industry is going to be at in 2035. With the latest discovery of white hydrogen right here in France, could this be the tipping point for incentivising the infrastructure needed?
Right, I think it's about time we get in and have a look at the interior, right? Let's first try out these awesome handles. So just a light touch and the door opens. That is magic. Now let's just take a look inside this interior. And as you can see, there is a lot to talk about. And don't forget, guys, if you are enjoying this video, then make sure to hit that like button
and make sure to subscribe as well to become an official Electrohead. Right, let's talk interior. Well, the first thing I notice is this incredible panoramic display. This is the open R display that stretches across the entire dashboard. It's 1.2 meters long and provides a screen for both the driver and the passenger. Down here we have another screen which is for multimedia like music. You can also control the climate and the navigation. We've got a nice mix of both buttons and knobs, as well as these touch sensitive haptic touch inclusions as well. To the left here you have the view from the rear view cameras, so these are of course a replacement to your wing mirrors. You have all the information you need, a little bit like a head-up display but a screen instead, including your speed limits. And then here you've got your indicators for how much range you have left with both your hydrogen and your electric. And then over to the side here, this is very cool, so you are able to customize from your smaller screen up to the top what you would like. So I'm gonna put navigation up here into this screen, and as you can see it just pushes it over there. And yeah, maybe let's have a look at air quality. Chuck that up there. And so as you can see, you can customize the screens as you wish. You can get the weather. There's no internet, so you can't see that, but this gives you a bit more information on the car, on the battery. I think that's really smart. This whole interior marries minimalism with fab and functional technology, and the lengths that the team have gone to try and minimize waste with materials. I mean, you can see on the edge of the seats there's no plastic. You can see the buttons to adjust the seats are just straight into the material of the seats themselves. The seats in here, oh my goodness, they are so comfortable. I can absolutely see myself doing a 1,000 kilometer drive in this vehicle and being very comfortable. Now, another thing that Renault have really targeted is the sound system, which is crucial for those long drives. Now, they have completely redesigned the speakers. They've been able to create a sound system which has 40% less materials, and it sounds so good in here. There's 14 speakers in total, and what they've done is they've actually moved the speakers around to make them a little bit closer to the passengers and drivers' ears. So I have some speakers actually on the sides of the headrest here for both the driver and the passenger. On the side panels here we also have hidden speakers. There's also a subwoofer which I have been told has been installed down here, and the audio is crisp, it's bassy, it's everything that you want. A family vehicle needs good storage and charging solutions, so we've got cup holders here, storage here. You can see we've got some USB-C charging here, and I'm guessing this is going to be a wireless charging pad. You have storage underneath with some nice French phrasing and sayings here, just to remind you that you are in a French car. Le voyage. This is gorgeous. I mean, this is everything that the car is. It's about adventure, journeys, and it's French, and Renault are owning this. Let's quickly talk about the solar panel from the interior. So you can see here that actually there is spacing to allow light to come through, so it doesn't make the interior as dark as you would expect it to be. So this car can slowly charge up with the sun, but also still lets the sun in. Well, up front here, it's very roomy. I'm actually going to set up the seats so that it's how it would be if I were to drive. Okay, I've set up position how I would be driving, so let's see how it feels in the back. Yeah, actually, to be fair, my knees are well away from that seat. Just for reference, I am 5'10". I'm quite a leggy 5'10" as well, so that is, I'd say that's really good. And headroom wise, again, we have a good amount of space. I'm just going to move into the middle because this has an electric battery with the flat platform. It means that you don't have to have any annoying raised flooring. But again, yes, this is very spacious. You can comfortably fit 5 adults in here, no problem. I will say it is a bit dark in the back. It is a bit dark, but the fact that you don't even have the view out of the rear actually is really interesting. You have to rely on the car's cameras to see behind. These are adjustable. You've got these armrests and cup holders which come as well, both sides in the back.
So you can pop this down as well.
And oh my God, can I just quickly mention this trimming on the seats? It is giving Mario Kart Rainbow Road Racing. C'est magnifique.
The backrests are also adjustable, so you can see here that you can have a bit more of an upright position or recline it back a bit more. So the passengers are able to be super comfy with those longer journeys. Again, lots of room down here as well, and you have those much needed charge ports for your passengers. When it comes to a family vehicle, storage is everything. Now, I don't actually have access to the boot today, but I'm told that there is a capacity of 556 litres. But we can have a look at the front, which can give a total of 74 litres capacity. And that is ample space for storage. I mean, you can definitely get a couple of backpacks in here. This is my arm, you can see it really goes down. That's a really nice amount of storage space there, even though there is a hydrogen fuel cell underneath this. All right, guys, well, that's all I have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed my quick walk around of the Renault Emblème. This is an indicator of what Renault have plans for in the design language and what they're trying to do in the coming years. And it's a really exciting space to be. Yes, of course, there's that hydrogen involved, but I think if we are able to get hydrogen mixed in with electric vehicles, then I think the world is going to be a better place. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to like this video if you have enjoyed it, and definitely hit that subscribe button if you're new here, and I'll see you for the next one.